how to solve Millman's theorem, right? Already we have seen some portion, theoretical portion, when I solved reciprocity theorem, but today we'll see how to solve Millman's theorem. That means when we take or we see that several voltage sources are connected in parallel with their internal series impedance, then I can replace this voltage source by their equivalent voltage source with their internal impedance, series connected internal impedance. So you can see here that this problem, that voltage sources are connected in parallel with their internal series resistance, right? Now this source is now DC. It can happen that you will get here AC and there is impedance is connected, so you have to just change it. You have to apply the just formula to find out what is the equivalent voltage and with their internal impedance. Using Millman's theorem, you can find out what is the current flowing through this load resistance. So here the question is that using Millman's theorem, find the current through and voltage across resistor RL. So you have to find out voltage across resistor RL. So to find out voltage, equivalent voltage, so what we can do, we can use the formula. Now here you can see that which formula, because you are seeing here minus, so before going to this we can see this formula. So this formula we can use V1 G1 plus V2 G2 up to, that means summation of, that means V is equal to, that means VAB. If I will take voltage here, that means all equivalent, so we can take V summation of I equal to 1 to n Vn Gn by summation of I equal to 1 to n Gn. This formula I will use to solve the problem, right? Now what we are seeing, that why we have taken summation, because we can see that plus 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 all in the same side, that means polarity are in the same side, right? Same polarity is maintained for all sources. That's why I am taking Vn, and here the G means we are taking the admittance, right? Reciprocal of resistance, or we can say that conductance. G is here used for conductance. Okay, 1 by R we have taken, and in this case we will take in AC circuit 1 by Z. Okay, so now 1 by Z means, that case we can say impedance, we can say admittance, and here as we are taking resistance, so we are saying conductance, and conductance is represented by G, and impedance we can use by Z for AC circuit. That will take, when we will take the reciprocal, we will say admittance. Okay, that is the difference. Now if we will go through the problem, then we can see that here these two voltage source polarity are same, but this is opposite, so that's why it's taken minus. Now E1 by R1, 1 by R1 means conductance, so we can take also G1, so we can write here 1 by 5 is equal to G1, so we can write E1 into G1 or E1 by R1. So what is E1? 10 volt by R1 is 5, minus, it is opposite polarity, so minus 16 DC, so you have to see the check the polarity also. So 16 by 4 by 8 by 2, this is the, this one by G1 plus G2 plus up to Gn. So G1 means 1 by 5, G2 means 1 by 4, G3 up here n is 3, so G3 is equal to 1 by 2. So we can get the total E equivalent. Here E1, E2, E3 is taken. So total E equivalent we can find out, and this is equal to 2.11 volt. Now what you have to find out? The R equivalent. So what is R equivalent? Then now this is the parallel circuit. So 1 by R equivalent is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. In this way we can find out. So 1 by R equivalent, if we'll take R equivalent, then 1 by this one, 1 by G1 plus G2 plus G3. Now G1 is equal to 1 by 5, G2 is equal to 1 by 4, G3 is equal to 1 by 2. So ultimately we will get R equivalent is equal to 1.05 ohm. So we can write it here 2.11, R equivalent 1.05, and RL is 3 ohm. This is for DC circuit. So we can find out what is IL. IL is equal to E by R equivalent plus RL. So we can get 0.52 ampere. So what we have done using Millman's theorem, just we have used this formula to find out what is the equivalent, and we have used this formula, that means 1 by summation of G n, I is equal to 1 to n, where G is equal to 1, n is here 3. So I is equal to 1 to 3 means 1 to 3 we will find out. So where G1, G2, G3 will find out. So G1 means 1 by 5, G2 means 1 by 4, G3 means 1 by 2, and this is equal to R equivalent 1 by summation of Gi. And here equivalent is summation of V1 Vn Gn by summation of Gn, right? So this we can find out. Next the formula, next the problem is that here we can see that two sources are connected with series internal series resistance. So we can find out, here we can apply Millman's theorem. Now what we know, that this source connected, internal resistance is connected or internal impedance is connected, we can convert voltage source to current source by applying V by R parallel R resistance, right? So here in case of this we have seen that R is equal to 1 and 5 is voltage, so we can convert it current source 5 ampere parallel 1 ohm, here 10 volt, so 10 by 6 we can find out 5 by 3 parallel 6 ohm, and the polarity are same, and this is minus to plus, so current will flow from minus to plus, so current is upward direction. So now we have to find out what is this equivalent circuit. So we can find out that we can add this current source. Okay, here it is easy that we can add all the current sources. So what are the current source? 5 ampere and 5 plus 3. So we can get 20 by 3 ampere, and this is replaced by this equivalent. Just nodal analysis we are doing. And here we can see R1, R2 both are parallel, so we can find out the conductance and we can add it, or we can find out the resistance. That means just we can do it we can find out parallel resistance R1, R2, that means R equivalent is R1 into R2 by R1 plus R2. But this is difficult when the number of resistances are more. So that case what you will do, you can find out the G, these are parallel, so we can find out the conductance. So if I will find out the conductance, then we can get the here conductance. So conductance GT equivalent is equal to G1 plus G2. So we can replace here GT, instead of R we can replace here GT. Okay, so what is the I? Now we can convert it using a current source to voltage source. So if I will convert it current source to voltage source, then what we will get? So equivalent IT by GT, that is equal to 40 by 7 volt. Now with series resistance, not conductance. Here we have got conductance, so we have to next convert it in a resistance. So 1 by GT. So you will get 6.7, or what you can do it, here you can take the, you have got the conductance, so you can convert it in a resistance. Okay, then you can do the current division rule and you can find out what is the current. So, but remember that here when you will add all the resistances, you cannot add because all are parallel. So, what you have to do to add this thing, to first you have to find out the conductance. Then if we will add all the conductances, you can get the total conductance. Now from this total conductance to find out resistance, you have to do 1 by this conductance. Then you will get the R equivalent. Then you can apply current division rule, or you can convert it in a voltage source, current source to voltage source with internal series resistance, and in this way you can solve it. So this is, I think this is more easier than the previous one. Or if you feel that this formula is easy, this formula is more helpful, just you have to remember this polarity, then you will do it. If suppose if I'll apply this formula here, then what you have to do? Just you have to convert this voltage source to current source. So current source, if we will convert it, then current will be upward, here current will be downward, here current will be upward. So what you will do, I1 minus I2 plus I3, the total current you will get. And to find out the G1, then you will get 1 by G1, that means 1 by R1, that is equal to G1. So G1, G2 and G3, you will get it, total G you will get. Then after you will do the R1 by GT, then connect here current source with, so current source with GT with RL, right. Now to find out RT, you have to do 1 by GT. Now you can apply current division rule, or you can convert it in a I can write here 1 by GT is equal to suppose RT. So if we will multiply with RT into current source, you will get voltage source with series RT, or you can keep it here RT, right. Instead of GT you can use value of RT and you can apply current division rule. In this way you can solve it. You will, what I am telling you every time, that solve every method and check the answer. If you will get any wrong answer, whenever you will try to solve this problem in a right way, then you can learn better. Now the formula, the problem is the same. Here you can convert it in a voltage source. You can apply the formula. You don't see this. It may happen that this problem is wrong. Okay, the answer is wrong. What you will do? You will go through this and you will solve this problem. Okay, this is impedance is connected and all these things are resistances are given. So if you want to convert it in a current source, it will not create a big problem, right. Otherwise what you will do here, you can apply the first method. That means you will get E1 G1, E2 G2, E3 here you can convert it in a voltage source, so E3 G3 by G1 plus G2 plus G3 to find out equivalent. And next hoche R equivalent. So R equivalent means you can find out 1 by G1 plus G2 plus G3. So you will get here G1, G2, G3 and do it, and then you can find out what is the this Zm and what is the Vm. So you can see that here Y, Y1, Y2, Y3 is used, here Y1, Y2, Y3 is used, not G, because here now this not resistance only, this is, though this problem only resistances are used, but it may happen that impedance is present, so you will convert it in admittance. Okay, so you can solve the problem.